Welcome, my friends, to the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. Now, as we know, spring is in the air, pollen is all around, but what does springtime bring? Lots of grilling. Now, as much as I would love to show you some grilling techniques, I let Igor do that. He has the grill, which has the kitchen. So, since I'm not going to be helping him grill, I can help out in my own certain way. Today, we're going to learn how to make our own homemade barbecue sauce. I love barbecue sauce, and we go through copious amounts of it, trust me. If it wasn't for Publix and their buy one, get one, holy crap. Yeah, that wasn't sponsored, I'm just saying. Yeah, so I've always wanted to try doing homemade barbecue sauce. And I know I'm going to start with a basic recipe, and then we're going to tweak it and make it our own, because everybody has their own flavors that they like when they do barbecue. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to gather all of our ingredients together, which I did. Okay, I'm going to read them out to you. We need ketchup, brown sugar, beer, soda. I forgot and drank ours. So all I have is root beer, and I don't know what kind of fresh hell that would create. I don't know about that. Real maple syrup. Make sure that you don't use the corn syrup, Aunt Jemima Butterworth stuff. Tomato paste, mustard, apple cider vinegar, sea salt, dry mustard, Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, onion, thyme, black pepper, paprika, and cayenne. Now, I am not a big fan of thyme, and it can overpower things very quickly, so I will probably be leaving that out, because I'm doing this for my own taste, which you would too. So first, let us start with the ketchup. And what the fuck is this supposed to be on? Oh, low. Okay, we're going to turn it on low. I'm going to put it on about 2. And we're going to start adding these ingredients. Now first, we're going to start with a cup of ketchup. Why didn't I have the husband do this before he left for work? I'm weak. And I guess it would have been nice if I would have freaking opened this stuff before I started filming. Alright. Ugh. Oh, it's probably, ugh, I'm not going to be able to stand. I love to eat ketchup. I hate the smell of it. Yuck. If you splutter on my freaking motionless white shirt, I swear to God. That's enough. Okay, to this, we're going to hopefully help the smell a little bit, and we're going to add a half a cup of beer. Now, I'm not really happy about opening this for a half a cup because I've got a headache and I can't finish off the rest of it. It probably would not be good right now for me. Use whatever beer you choose. I had Miller Lite in my fridge. That's my domestic beer of choice. Okay, what's next? Next to this, we're going to add 2/3 cup of brown sugar. Now, here's the tricky part. I know that I don't have enough in here to do this. So, I'm going to have to get out some of my old brown sugar, which is probably hard as a freaking rock. You know what? That's how we do it in my kitchen. This is really about what you like anyway. So if you don't have quite enough of one ingredient, it's okay. Yes! Success! We have more. Now, most Southerners like well, okay, I can't say Southerners because like North Carolina barbecue is more mustardy vinegar base, and Alabama tends to like theirs sweet with a little heat, you know. I don't like overly sweet barbecue. So that's going to be enough along with the maple syrup, I do believe. Okay, we're going to do 1/3 of a cup of the maple syrup. If you don't want to use maple syrup, you can also use molasses. This is going to be really sweet, I think. I might have to really... Now, real maple syrup is not very cheap. So we're going to put this right here and let it drain because that shit's gold. Okay, to this we're going to add 6 ounces of tomato paste. Yum, not. Yuck. Now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Get the good stuff. Don't get the big jugs that have been distilled to death. You want to get the stuff with the good stuff in it. You know what I mean. Good stuff and stuff like that. I got this kind because I was going to be healthy and start drinking it. But damn, oh, it was not pleasant at all. Now we're going to do 1 tablespoon of sea salt. I actually need to get this dried out for my dry ingredients. Is this sea salt? Oh, this is kosher salt. Oh well, same difference. Almost, kind of. 1 tablespoon of dry mustard. I should have pre-opened this, but I don't think. Can I go on the bucket? One tablespoon of garlic powder. 1 tablespoon of onion powder. Now, if you wanted to, if I could handle cooked onions, I would prefer to saute an onion up or just chop one up and put it in there and let it cook down on its own. But for some reason, onion powder does not bother me. Raw onion doesn't really bother me, but cooked does. So, I don't know. Go figure. It's one of those things. Okay, now we're going to do a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I don't think I've got a tablespoon, so I'm just going to add what's left. And that's probably about close to a tablespoon. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Boop. 1 teaspoon of cayenne. Boop. Oh, yikes, that was supposed to be a ½ teaspoon of cayenne. Whoops. And 1 teaspoon of paprika. That's okay. We kind of like spicy barbecue sauce, so I will make sure to not add any more spice. Uh-oh. Oh. And 3 tablespoons of regular mustard. We're going to stir this all together. Let's show you what it looks like in the pot. And then we're just going to give this a stir. Really not yum, because it really doesn't look that great right now, to be honest. I might do a dash of thyme, but I'm definitely not going to do a ½ or teaspoon of it. That's just... Thyme can be very overpowering. And we're just going to stir all this in. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to whisk all this together. Now, oh my God, that really smells good. the tomato paste is causing some lumps, so we want to make sure to get this all out.
She keeps stirring and stirring and stirring.
Sorry, that was my really bad Pee-wee impression. Okay, now that all the ingredients are added, and this is thoroughly divine, we're going to turn it up. First, you know what? I'm going to taste it. Let's see. It's definitely got the heat. And the sweet. Might add a little bit more beer. Because we like beer. What is this missing? This is just for me and my husband, so it's okay if I double dip the spoon. I really think that's freaking good. Let me see if I've got one more special ingredient. Now, it's already where I like it, flavor-wise I think, but I'm going to add one more special ingredient. I'm going to add a dash of liquid smoke. Now, technically my liquid smoke has expired, but the website says that it is perfectly safe and even after 2 years past the expiration date. So there we go. I'm just going to add a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. Just a little. Just enough to add that hint of flavor. We're going to stir this in. We're going to bring our sauce to a boil. Let's turn it up. I think this is going to be really good, y'all. Okay. It said to turn it on high and bring it to a boil, but of course since it's got tomato paste in it, it starts popping everywhere. So I turned it back down a little bit, but it is boiling. It is still popping up and stuff. So once you bring it to a boil, you're going to turn off and just let it cool. And then once it's cool, you'll be able to store it in any refrigerator safe dish. We're not going to be grilling tonight. We're going to be grilling tomorrow, which I think is perfect because that's going to allow all these flavors to marry overnight in the refrigerator. So the taste should be even that much better by tomorrow. I'm going to give it one more taste. Where's my tasting spoon, damn it? Since I haven't tasted it since I put the liquid smoke in, and let's hope I'm not stupid and don't burn myself. I think it could use just a hint more acidic. I do like a little bit of a more vinegary. I'm not going to put a full tablespoon or anything of this. I'm just going to do a splash more of the vinegar. You know what I did that was really stupid? The extra stuff that I added, I didn't write down. But I think I remember, so I'm going to have to make that to my notes and adjust this so that I know how to make it next time exactly the way we like it. I think that my husband is going to be super pleased. Look at how delicious. Look how thick and delicious it is. Now, if you know what, I'm actually glad that I didn't have the soda to put in. If you want, you can add a half a cup of soda, but I think it's got enough sweet and plenty of heat for me. I'm actually glad that I accidentally put in too much cayenne. That's a keeper. So good. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. I do hope that you try making your own barbecue sauce. Like I said, the base is really easy and you can always tweak it to make it fit your style. Add a little more sugar if you like things sweet, or if you prefer to be a little devilish like me, add a little more heat to it. You can't go wrong with something you can tweak and make your own and keep forever. This recipe is a keeper. So, anyway, I'm glad you joined me. And you know what? One other thing. I'm pleasantly surprised because you know I said earlier I hate the smell of ketchup. And I was so scared that I would feel a little queasy smelling hot ketchup on the stove, but it doesn't. It smells like barbecue sauce. The whole house smells like fresh barbecue, and you can't go wrong with that. I'm so freaking ready to eat. Thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. And hit that little notification bell so you know when the witch is up to doing something diabolical in her kitchen. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good week. I'll see you next Monday. Goodbye. One of these days, I'm gonna buy some fucking shorts that fit me and don't go down to my freaking knees when I walk. Ugh, God, the smell. She's in love with herself. She likes the dog on her milk white nip monkey. Just because I opened it with a can opener doesn't mean it's for you, honey. Is this even really seriously heating up? I don't think so. Ugh, yuck. Yes, it is, and it gets on the burner, and now the whole kitchen is gonna stink like shit. Woman can't do nothing easy, can she? Woo! Why can't I ever open shit? Am I that? Okay, because I was trying the wrong direction. Beer.